off Leigh Nadel. Leigh Nadel, yay! She is live from Denver, Colorado. And let me just share a little bit of background about Leigh Nadel here. So she's been working in the fields of health and science and research. So her background is very similar to mine in that sense. We both have deep appreciation for the sciences and for the health sciences in particular. For many years, this has been hello, welcome. We're just going to welcome Ray. I think that's Ray. Yeah. So for most of her career leading up to her current position as a project coordinator, coordinating ECHO projects at the University of Colorado School of Public Health. Leigh lives in Denver, as I mentioned, and will soon be relocating to San Diego. Yay, exciting for a new job. And she has been practicing flow arts for about 5 years. And her favorite props are silk fans and fiber optic LED whips. She's looking forward to teaching NeuroSomatic Flow with clients, especially in helping to heal trauma. And she is passionate about helping others to achieve the flow state. She is also passionate about bringing this together with other medicines, such as plant medicines. And she has just been such a wonderful light. We are so honored truly to have Leigh as a part of this program and carrying the torch and inspiring you all this evening and beyond in this art and practice of NeuroSomatic Flow. So welcome everyone. And with that, enjoy your journey. And I'm going to hand the torch over to Leigh.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so excited that you guys are all here, and I noticed that there's some people from our cohort too. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to ask a favor to everyone. If you can turn your cameras on, that would be fantastic. I know sometimes people are a little hesitant or shy to do that, but it would mean a lot to me if you guys could do that today. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to pull something up real quick, share my screen. Can you guys all see my PowerPoint? Okay, so welcome to Finding Your Flow. This is going to be a NeuroSomatic Flow Arts class, and it's going to last about 40 to 60 minutes. It's going to include some really low impact exercises and body movements, and I'll go over our agenda in a second. But you'll want to make sure that you're really well hydrated. So if you don't have some water, go grab some. And you'll also need a pair of poi for this class. Now, if anybody doesn't have poi, just shoot me a message in the chat right now. And there's a few different ways that you can make mock poi, we call them. You can take some really long socks and put some tennis balls in the end. You can even take some socks and kind of bunch them up and put them in the end, just as long as you have some kind of weight in the end of the socks, because we'll be swinging them around. So please make sure that you have those for this class today. So just to go over our agenda of what we're gonna do, I'm so excited. So first, we're gonna go around the circle and do some introductions because some of you I've never met or seen before. So I wanna give us a chance to all really get to know each other. Then we're going to just relax and drop down into our heart space with some breathing and meditation exercises. And then I'm gonna share a little story, science, and theory with you all. We're gonna get into some warm up and stretch exercises just to loosen and warm up the body. I'm going to demonstrate the poi movements that you're gonna learn today. And then before we actually go into using the poi, we're going to start with just some body or soma movements, just to get the body used to those movements first. After that, we're gonna have some really fun free flow time, just dancing around to some music. And then we'll just circle back and wrap it up in our closing. And if anybody has any questions at any point along the way, just feel free to raise your hand. You can send something in the chat. You can, just ask your question out loud. But first, I thought it'd be really lovely if we could just go around and do some introductions, okay? And I'm going to put in the chat what I'd like everyone to share, so you don't have to try to remember all of it. But I'd like you guys to just share your name, where you're joining from, any experience that you have with flow arts, what brought you to this class today, and then one word that describes how you're feeling. So I guess I'll go first. So my name is Leigh, and I'm joining from Denver, as Jinju already said. And I've had about 5 years experience with flow arts. And I'm here teaching this class today as part of our NeuroSomatic Flow Arts teacher training. One word that describes how I feel today is excited. I'm just super excited to be teaching this class, finally teaching this class. So I'll just go around and call on people. And when I call on you, if you can just unmute yourself and share so we're not cross-talking each other. I'm just gonna go around. So Leah, go ahead and share.
Hi, everybody. My name is Leah, and I'm coming in from Vancouver, BC. I've been doing flow arts for just over a year, and I came to this class to support my girl, Leigh. And one word that describes me right now is excited as well, because I'm teaching after you.
And Maya, would you like to share?
Hey, aloha. So happy to be here and see you. And my name is Maya Kai. I'm joining from Japan now, but I'm originally from Hawaii. And my experience is also very new. I'm new to flow arts, not even a year, I would say. I started around 6 years ago, but nothing like now. Wasn't continuous or anything. And what brought me to this class is to support you, and I'm so excited. We're in the same small group, our mystical mermaid group, and I'm feeling really happy, thankful, and excited. Good luck.
Well, thank you, Maya. And Carmela, would you mind sharing?
Hi, everyone. My name's Carmela. I'm coming from San Jose, California, and I've been hooping for about 10 or 11 years, but I've always been interested in poi, and so what brought me here is because I've been following Jinju since I met her in person at hoop camp several years ago. I don't remember what year it was, but it was the year that you were pregnant with Sakai. So that's how I know you. And that's why I'm here.
Oh, that's so beautiful and special. Thank you so much for joining us, Carmela. And Laurel, would you like to share?
Sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Laurel. I'm in Brooklyn right now, and I'm a part of this inaugural training program as well. So just supporting the crew. I have about a year of experience with poi, and then previously about 4 years with swing flag. And I'm a dancer and mover and all those good things. And just trying to be present in the moment right now as we gear up for this week and everything. Happy to be here and sending love to everyone right now.
Thank you so much for joining us. And Amber.
Hi there. I'm Amber, and I am in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I have been a hula hooper for about 7 years now, and just started with poi at the beginning of this year when I started taking the training with Jinju and Nova. And I am really excited to support Leigh today. I'm very proud of her, and this will be fun. So yay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amber. And Linda, would you mind sharing?
Sorry, did you say Linda?
Yes.
And boy, I really feel out of my element here. I just wanted to try something new. I've done yoga for many years, and I don't know. I think, frankly, I signed up for the wrong class. I know you had some different ones with different varieties and doing some different things. I've never done poi. I'm fascinated by it, but I've never ever done it, so I have no idea what's happening. I may have signed up for the wrong one, but yeah, I'm just curious. I just want to try some different movement arts. So that's why I'm here.
Well, thank you so much, Linda. And you actually are in the right place because everything we're going to do today is like complete beginner. So you don't have to have any experience with poi whatsoever. So no worries. But glad to have you here. And Mina.
Hi there, I'm Mina. I'm in Honolulu, and I attended Jinju's classes at Wanderlust years ago. I've been on her email list forever, and this is finally something I could actually make. Something I'm really interested in. I do yoga, but I have not done any of the flow other than her 2 classes I went to, which were awesome, and I still remember them. So I am a veterinarian, and I see kittens and puppies and animals all the time have great flow. So just hoping to try to incorporate it into people's work and also the workflow at my hospital. So
Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm kind of jealous.
Thank you.
I wish I was in Hawaii. And then we have, I apologize if I don't pronounce your name correctly, Yukta. Yukta Muki. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Okay, well, I'm not sure.
I see that I just saw she just typed in her introduction in the chat box. So I'll just read it out loud. Namaste from India. And it is, I believe it is Yukta. She came to a previous event before.
Okay.
And she has no experience with flow and just really wanted to understand it.
Perfect. Well, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. And then Ray, would you mind sharing with us? Maybe Ray is not there anymore. Oh,
Here I am. I'm eating dinner. That's why I'm not like fully present. But I spend poi and staff, and I've been spinning them for a long time. I had a friend who was a professional fire spinner who taught me to spin poi. And Jinju taught me one move, one extra move. I only know about 3. But I do it every morning. I spin staff and poi every morning.
Beautiful. That's lovely. Well, this is completely beginner, so this is going to be good for everybody, I think. Well, thank you guys so much for going around and sharing. And I just wanted to give the opportunity. So does everyone feel like they're prepared as far as like you have poi or you have your long socks with something? Like, is there anybody here that doesn't feel prepared with their prep? Okay, great. So we're all ready to go. Okay. So what we're going to do next.
Leigh, real quick. So sorry. I just realized that, well, we don't really have to introduce ourselves because everyone knows, but just so you all know.
Oh, sorry, yes.
For those who don't know.
You guys, go ahead.
No, it's okay. But for those who don't know Nova, he's co-founder. We're both co-founders of NaiAsa Institute, but we're both here. And well, we're going to be observing, so you may not see us flowing, but we're completely here in spirit with you. And I just had to say thank you so much, Mina and Carmela, and oh my goodness, it's so good to see. I
Like-
remember you now. I just wanted
Like
to
old
say,
school, like
and Linda Miller, I think you may go by something else, but we've been in touch through email, so it's so wonderful to see you as well. So thank you everyone for being here, and
we miss home.
and that's, I think that's it. Anova's going to be doing admin in the background as well, and have a wonderful, wonderful class.
And welcome.
Thank you guys. Sorry for skipping over you. Okay, so now that we've done all of our introductions and everybody feels ready to go, the first thing that I want to do just to get us really nice and relaxed and to drop into our heart space is we're just going to go into some breathing and meditation exercises. So I'd like everybody to get into a comfortable position. You can either be seated, feel free to lay down on the ground. If you have like a comfortable blanket and a pillow, feel free to lay down if that's more comfortable for you. Relax in a comfy chair. I want you guys to get really nice and comfortable. And once you're there, if you could just all close your eyes. Yeah, get nice and comfy. There we go. Just close your eyes. I'm going to put on some gentle music for us. And we're just going to start with some breathing exercises. So we're going to do very simple breathing exercise, inhaling with a count of 4 and exhaling with a count of 4, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And I'm going to lead you guys in that count for a few breaths. And I'm just going to play some soft music in the background. Okay. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just continue with your slow, deep breaths, keeping your eyes closed. Now I'd like you to put one hand over your heart. Now I want you to focus all of your attention in the area of the heart or the chest. Imagine your breath is flowing in and out of your heart, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. Make a sincere attempt to experience a regenerative feeling, such as appreciation or care for someone or something in your life. Focus on that feeling of appreciation resonating from your heart. Now I would like you to envision a circle around yourself and that person or thing. The circle envelops you with a bright, white light of purity, breathing slower and deeper. The circle represents wholeness, totality, And inside this circle, all is perfect and complete. Remember who you are, a being of pure love and light. Allow all sense of time and space to slip away, breathing into your heart space. Now, very slowly, when you're ready, I'd like you to just gently open your eyes. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And if you're laying down, I'd like you to very slowly and gently come up to a seated position. I hope you guys are all nice and relaxed now. I know I am. So we're going to actually bring a mantra into our practice today. And feel free to use your own if you feel called. But the mantra that I would like to introduce today is related to our theme today of the circle. And that mantra is, I am whole and complete. So we're going to be bringing this mantra into our lesson throughout today. So next, now that we're nice and relaxed, I'd like you guys to move into a little bit of story, science, and theory. Hold on one sec, I'm having a technical issue. Oh, there we go. Can you guys see my slide? Is it good? Okay. All right. And just to let you guys know, so hopefully you guys all see this. The title of the slide is The Circle. If we're on the wrong slide, just someone let me know. Oh, see something in the chat? It's not full screen. Okay, let me stop this and figure this out so I can get this. Here we go. Aha, okay. Here we are. And just to let you guys know, this should be full screen, but there's also a film strip. Like there should be a film strip with four people's cameras. So you can actually, you can minimize that at the top left-hand corner. So you can completely minimize that if you wish, so that you can move that around so you can see the entire screen. So the circle is going to be our theme for today's class. And let's just chat briefly about the symbolism of the circle. The sacred circle or hoop in Native American cultures represents that everything in the universe is intertwined. It exemplifies the belief that all things that exist are connected in one continuous process of growth and progression. The circle of life, it signifies that there is no beginning or no end. We see this in many ways. The dream catcher, the medicine wheel, our ecosystem, the yin-yang, the flower of life. And I'm sure there's many more symbols, and we could probably go into each one of these in depth. But for today, I'm just gonna go a little bit more in depth with the yin and the yang. And I just thought this was the most beautiful yin-yang symbol that I had ever seen. So probably some of you are already familiar with the yin and yang energies as being masculine and feminine. And so actually every single individual has both the yin and yang energies inside them, regardless of their gender or their sexual identity. We all have both yin and yang energies. And so in order for us to be balanced and whole and complete in the circle, we want to balance both the yin and yang energies, okay? When one of these energies is out of balance, therefore we are out of balance. So if we look on the left side, we have our yang energies, and these are a dominant energy and an energy full of action. Do you want to show slide 4? Hold on. Let me pause. Hey, Jinju, would you mind unmuting yourself?
Yeah, we're just noticing that you're showing slide 3, so I wasn't sure if you wanted to show slide 4. We're seeing slide 3 right now.
Are you guys seeing the big yin yang right now?
We can see on the left side, but not on
Something's
the...
going on.
Yeah.
Let me try this again. Sorry about this, guys.
It's okay.
All right. I don't know why it's not working. Try it again. Thank you for catching that. I don't know what happened. Can you see the yin yang now? Okay, hopefully my PowerPoint doesn't mess up again, but here we are. I'm trying to read the chat and see if there's anything in there. And now it's not popping up for me, but I'm just gonna keep on going. So yeah, this probably makes a lot more sense now. So we have both the yin and the yang energies here. So on the left side, you see the yang energies, which are the dominant energies. These are the energies of action, you know, wanting to check things off your checklist and wanting to go and wanting to do things and accomplish. These energies are associated with the sun and everything that is above. And I have started at the bottom. We're going to get down to this later, but when we talk about our poi currents, this is our forward current in our poi flow. And if we look on the opposite side, we have our yin energies. And these, of course, are the feminine. These energies are very yielding and just allowing yourself to be, allowing yourself to feel, allowing things to just flow and happen very organically. And the yin is associated with the moon and everything that is below. And so when we talk about the currents again, this is going to be our rising and falling current when we're working with the poi. So I found this really lovely quote on this website that I've linked up to at the bottom of the slide. And this is about circle and community, and it says that the circle is an inclusive shape, one that implies fairness and invites participation. It is the shape of a connected community. So of course, if we were actually in person today, we probably would be all sitting around a circle, so we can actually, you know, be at the same level and see each other's faces, but we're doing the best that we can. So this was just a really beautiful quote that I found. So the poi, we're going to be working with poi today. And so the poi actually originated from the Maori tribes of New Zealand. And this is a photo of these tribes dancing with the poi. Poi literally means ball on a string. And the poi was thought to have been originally developed to tell the story of creation or how the universe was formed. It was also used by the tribes for training, strength, flexibility, and coordination for hunting, battle, weaving, and many other daily tasks. And I just wanted to show a few different photos of variations of poi that we have today, because as you can see, we have many different variations: fire, LED, and silks, all very beautiful. So for those of you that are brand new to flow arts, you're probably wondering, what is flow? So the father of flow, Chief Misohai, says that flow is a state in which people are so involved in an activity that nothing else seems to matter. And so this is when you're so engaged and so focused in something that brings you so much joy that time and space seems to slip away. And flow state can be achieved in many different ways. not just through props like poi and hula hoop, but through playing sports, running, painting. There are many different flow states, and these states just vary depending on the individual. And so when we say flow arts, and this is just a very general definition that I've come up with, flow arts is basically just movement, manipulation, and dance with various props, so such as juggling or poi. And so you may be asking yourself, why flow, right? Well, there are so many benefits to flow. I probably couldn't even tell you guys all the benefits in this single class. So I'm just going to touch base on a few of them that are really interesting to me. So there was a study that was done in 2007 with some people who were given who were asked to practice juggling. They were asked to practice juggling for 5 minutes twice a day, and they saw that the group that practiced juggling had a significant decrease in their depression and anxiety. And so being in the flow state, it slows down the parts of the brain that are responsible for overthinking. So if you're always thinking and you're stressed out and your mind is just running and it can't stop, flow arts is a really good way to just bring yourself back into your body and slow down the part of the brain that's thinking so much. Flow state also releases a bunch of feel-good chemicals in the brain, such as serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, and norepinephrine. And it fosters a mind-body connection. A lot of us have a really hard time being in our bodies, so this really helps us to be in our bodies more. And of course, everyone knows that movement is beneficial. And learning new movements in flow arts actually creates new neural pathways. It was thought for a long time that once the brain cells were dead, that they wouldn't come back. But we now actually know that we can form new brain cells as well as new connections. And personally, something I've experienced is the more that I've allowed flow arts into my life, I've experienced more flow in every other part of my life. Now, this is a lot going on this slide here, but I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But I just wanted to touch on heart-brain coherence. So with heart-brain coherence, there's this phenomenon that when the heart, the mind, and emotions are in energetic alignment and cooperation, this is called heart-brain coherence, coined by the HeartMath Institute. So we know that the heart has its own intelligence, and when we can tap into that intelligence and allow the heart to lead, then the brain's electromagnetic frequencies will actually sync up with those of the heart. So the heart actually sends more signals to the brain than the other way around. And developing this coherence not only facilitates better brain function, but it allows us to build resiliency, reduce stress and anxiety, tap into our intuition, and align with our soul. And of course, why flow? Because it's just fun, you guys. It's just a lot of fun. You know, I think that a lot of us don't have enough fun. We don't have enough play in our lives. And there's a lot of research that's shown how important play is. We could probably do a whole entire class just on that. But for the sake of time, we'll just move on. Okay. So that was my story, science, and theory. So now we're going to move into doing some warm-up and stretches. I'm just going to make some slight adjustments in my background, and I'm going to connect to my wireless headset. So if you guys could just all find a space where you can stand up and you have a little bit of room to move around. And if you can try to position your camera where we can see you, that would be great. If not, no worries. So just give me a minute here while I do this. Okay, can you guys still hear me okay? Okay, perfect. All right. So are you guys ready to move around and get loosened up? Okay, I know we've been a little bit in our brains, but now we're gonna get into our bodies. Okay. So we're just gonna loosen up with our arms, just shake around. All right. Now we're gonna go into some nice shoulder rolls. And so we're gonna roll our shoulders forward into the yang energies. Just come forward a few times. And then we're gonna roll our shoulders back into the yin energy. Get them nice and loosened up. Now we're just gonna do a really nice neck stretch. So if you take your left hand and put it on top of your head, and then you're just gonna gently pull to the side and stretch out the side of the neck. And then if you wanna take the opposite hand, just stretch on the other side. Now you're just gonna do a couple of neck rolls, moving to the left, go all the way around in a complete circle. And then going to the other side, to the right. Okay, now we're going to stretch out our shoulders. So if you take your, I'm gonna try to do the opposite. So take your right arm, okay, put it out, and then take your left hand, put it by your elbow, and then with a slight bend in your arm, you're just gonna stretch it across your chest to get a really nice shoulder stretch because we're gonna be using our shoulders and arms a lot today. Okay? Now opposite side, so take your left arm out and then take your right hand on your elbow and just pull across your chest. Lovely. Now we're just gonna stretch out our back a little bit. We're gonna do what's called back twist. So I want you to just get grounded. Your feet are gonna be about hip width apart with a slight bend in your knees. And you wanna make sure that your legs are solid. And we're just gonna bend our torsos from side to side, very gently. You might hear a few little cracks in your back. That's completely normal, so no worries there. Okay, and then we're just gonna sway our hips from side to side. So we're just gonna sway our hips from side to side. Put your hands on your hips here, and just kind of dip down and sway to the right, dip down, sway to the left. Really stretch out those hips. Now we're gonna do some nice hip circles. So going around to the right, nice complete circle, and really lean back in the back. Okay, then we're gonna go the opposite way to the left. Nice big circles. Okay, so just shake it out, shake out your arms and legs. All right, so hopefully you guys feel all nice and loose now. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna do some demos of some of the moves that I'm gonna be teaching you guys today. After the demos, we'll go into some body movements, and then you can bring out your poise. So make sure I get in the right position so you guys can see me. So we're just gonna start really easy today with some simple circles. And we're just gonna start with one hand at a time. So we're gonna practice just doing simple circles in the yang current. And we're gonna vary our height. So we're not actually using the poi yet, I'm just doing a demo. And we're gonna go down low, then we're gonna take it high. So we're gonna vary our height on the simple circle. And then we will also go into the yin current. So I'll also teach you guys how to stall and then switch into the yin current. And again, we'll play with the height on the yin current as well, going low and high. Then we'll do the same thing with the left arm. It's the same exact thing that we did there. We'll also do what we call swimmer arms. which are going to be the big circles. And then we'll also practice those in the yin current as well. And then if we have time, we'll also do some simple circles on the wall plane. So when we do circles on the side of our body like this is called the wheel plane. So we're also, if we have time, going to go on the wall plane, which is in the front of the body. I'll show you from the side what it looks like. So it's just the front of the body as compared to the side of the body. So if we have time, we'll be doing some simple circles on the wall plane as well. So it's just kind of a little demo of what we're going to do today. So let's just move into some of our body movements. Okay, so again, we're going to be, I'm gonna adjust my camera. We're going to be doing movements on the wheel plane. So think about the wheel plane as wheels on the side of a bus. Like imagine you're just a bus and these are just wheels on the side of the bus here. So this is a plane that we're going to be predominantly working in today, okay? So we're going to start with the right arm, or if you guys are left-handed, you can start with your left. Just start with your dominant arm. And we're going to be making nice big circles going forward in the yang current, okay? And remember that when you're making these circles, that you want to keep your hands open because we want to really be able to expand our body. If we keep our hand closed, then that's going to be contracted. So we really want to just stretch and expand the body. And remember that we're making whole circles because we are whole and complete. And just remember those energies from earlier, those energies of appreciation and gratitude, and just let those energies flow through you. And just notice how the yang current feels in your body. Very good. So now with the same arm, now we're going to come into the yin. So we're going to, again, making big circles, we're going to rise up and then fall back, okay? So rise up and then fall back. And just notice how this yin current might feel a little bit different than the yang current, okay? You might feel a little bit more resistance here because we're so used to moving in the forward direction. So just allow yourself to yield and to soften into that resistance. And remember that we are whole and complete. Great. Now we're going to switch over and do the same thing with our left arm. Or for those of you that did the other hand, you'll just do the opposite. All right, so again, making those big circles, come forward into the yang current. And this one should feel pretty natural because we're still going in the yang current. It might feel a little bit more difficult because this is your non-dominant hand. So just notice how that feels on this side of the body. Remember, we are whole and complete, and remember those energies of gratitude and appreciation as you complete these whole circles of movement. Okay, now we're going to go the opposite way. So we're going to rise up and then fall behind us. And now you'll probably notice that with the yin current, we are a little bit more resistant here, and it's our non-dominant arm. So you're probably going to have the most amount of resistance in this movement right here. But just allow yourself to yield to these energies and to soften. Just fall back into these energies here. And again, just pay attention to your breath. Make sure that you focus on taking nice, deep, slow breaths here. Okay, wonderful. And now that we've done that, now we're just going to practice doing some swimmer arms. So the swimmer arms are just moving in big circles going forward, just like you're doing the forward stroke or the free stroke in the pool. And remember just to keep your hands open. You can keep that body expanded. And if you get tired, it's okay to stop. Just focus and concentrate on keeping that nice circular breath, breathing in and out. Okay, and just notice how this feels in your body. All right, now we're going to just go the opposite direction into the yin current. So now we're just doing the backstroke. So we're just rising up and falling, paying attention to how this feels in your body. And this one's going to be a little bit more resistant. So just really allow yourself to soften into it, noticing how this feels in your body and how this feels different. Okay. Very good. So I think your arms should be nice and warmed up now. So if everyone will just grab your poi, and we're only going to need one poi. We're going to start with just one, okay? So we're going to start by doing simple circles in the yang current on the wheel plane on the side of your body. And so this is just a very simple movement. You're just going to allow the poi to swing in the forward motion. And just go nice and slow. You don't need to go fast here. Nice and slow. Okay, yeah, and just get really comfortable with this feeling. So for some of you, this might be completely new. So you just want to get really used to the weight and what momentum you need to go at to allow the poi to swing around. And so we're just completing that circular energy, that yang energy here, and just notice how that feels. So if you want to stay here, if you're comfortable here, that's fine. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, we're going to play around with the height. So if you want to go lower, all you have to do is make a slight bend in your knees, and you'll notice that the poi will go down, and we can get it low so as it's not hitting the ground, but right above the ground. And then we can just straighten our legs to come back up to the midline. Now we can also take the poi up. So if we just reach our arm up, and I found that it's helpful if you still have a slight bend in your arm. If you try to have your arms completely straight, the poi might go a little wonky. And you just want to keep it in that wheel plane that's parallel to the side of your body. And come back down to the midline. So you can play around with those heights. You can come low, and then you can go high, and then you can come back to the midline. Okay, great, guys. And if anybody has any questions along the way, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know. So now we're just going to switch to the opposite non-dominant arm, okay? And we're going to do the same exact thing on this side. So again, on the wheel plane, going in the yang energy here. And you'll notice this may feel a little bit different because it's your non-dominant arm. So this may take a little bit more time to get used to. And again, just going slow, but fast enough to keep the momentum of the poi swinging around in a circle. And we can do the same thing here, where we vary the height, where we can just bend our knees to go down, and then come back up, and then back to the midline. So you guys can just play around with the different heights, going low, and then coming back up. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like from the front view. You'll see that the poi is just parallel to the side of my body here. Okay, great. So now we're going to bring in the second poi, and this is where it gets really fun. When you guys are ready and you have both poi ready here, now what we're going to do, same thing, we're going to, at the midline, we're going to swing it in the yang energies forward, just simple circles here. And you just want to go nice and slow, no need to go fast. And we just want to try to get the poi in sync with each other to develop that coherence. And you might not be able to get them at first, and that's okay. It might take some time and practice. So just be gentle with yourself. Don't expect perfection from the beginning. And I'll show you guys what this looks like from the front view. You see the poi going at the same time. Okay, and so what we can do is we can also play around with the height here, where we can go low again, we can go high. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can do different heights with one arm versus the other arm. So I can go high with one arm and have the other arm be at a different height. And I can play around with those different heights. But again, if you feel comfortable just staying here at the midline, that is perfectly okay. You don't need to do those extra moves. So now I'm going to teach you guys a stall. So a stall is how we easily change from the yang current to the yin current, okay? So I'd like you guys to pause for a second and just watch me demonstrate a stall. So see, I'm swinging in the yang current, and on the count of 3, I'm gonna stall. 3, 2, 1, stall, and then reverse. So it just stalls right in front of my body, just like so. So we're gonna practice this all together. So swinging both poise forward in the yang energy here. We're gonna count down, and then we're gonna stall. So ready? 3, 2, 1, stall, then come back into yin. So see, this is a really easy way to change your current. We'll practice it one more time. This time, we're gonna be falling in the front. 3, 2, 1, stall, reverse. Yeah, wonderful. You guys got it. Okay, so I showed you guys stalls. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do those big swimmer arms that we did earlier in our body movements. But this time, you might have to go a little bit faster in your arms because you're going to have to keep the momentum of the poi going. Okay, so you can practice, they can practice going slow at first. So just do a slow swimmer arm, going forward. And now we're going to go a little faster to maintain the momentum of the poi going around. I'm just going to come in and watch you guys for a sec. Yeah, you guys get it. Awesome. Okay, and then you can stop. And then we're going to come into the yin current. So again, you can start off slow if you want with a backstroke. And then you'll want to start going a little bit faster so you can maintain the momentum of the poi. Beautiful, guys. All right, lovely. So I'm running a little bit of short on time here.
Hey, Leigh,
Unfortunately, we're not going to get to do the wall plane today. But if anybody wants to contact me afterwards, I'm happy to show those to you. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share a little bit of music, and we can just sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, we were just going to say if oh, can you hear me, Leigh? Can you hear me now? Can you hear us? Okay, Leah can hear us. Everyone else?
Sorry.
I'll put it in the chat box. Look in the chat box.
So
okay.
if you hear us now, Lisa, what we're going to say is since we started a little bit later, we didn't start right at the hour. We're going to go ahead and just go like 10 more minutes more.
Yeah, 10 minutes would be great.
Yeah, because we started late. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now, since you guys have learned all these new poi movements and simple circles, I'm just gonna turn on some music and we're just gonna have some fun with it and just dance around and just play with these different movements and just explore with the poi and do whatever comes naturally and organically to you. And I have to warn you that when I share my music, it's a little loud. So you might want to turn your speakers down just a little bit because it can tend to come out really loud. So here we go. Get this on. Here we go. Hold on a sec. One sec, guys. There it goes. think you guys like that song. I love that song. I'm like, it's my new obsession. But we're just gonna come in and wrap up and close up because we've only got a few minutes left here. So everybody come back down and sit back down and just catch your breath. So we're just gonna take a couple of deep breaths again so we can slow our heart rate back down. So just take a deep inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Okay, that's a surefire way to get your heart rate to slow back down. So yeah, I just wanna circle back in this huge circular energies that we've had today, complete circle. And I just want to remind you all the importance of play every day. All it takes is 5 minutes twice a day. The research has proven it in the morning and at night. That's it. Just some kind of play, especially during these times. It's just so important for stress reduction and our overall well-being. And just take some time to sit and focus on your breathing. Take some time to sit and just, even if it's 5 minutes, just to have a meditation for yourself and try to bring in that brain-heart coherence, right? When they're syncing together, when we're bringing in that gratitude and that appreciation. And just remind yourself of that mantra every single day when you look at yourself in the mirror, that you are whole and complete. You are your perfect being of light. And just remind yourself of that every single day. So thank you so much. I think we're almost out of time, but I would love to just go around the circle really super quick. And if anybody has anything that they want to share, any feedback, just how you're feeling, and I'll just let you guys unmute yourselves if you have anything you want to say. Don't be shy.
Thank you so much, Leigh. I just wanted to say my energy wasn't great when I started the class, but it's lovely now. I have a little bit of a sweat going on and it's good.
Right? I know, it seems like it's really simple, but like, yeah, you definitely get a workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leigh. You inspired me to do more.
Yay! I'm so happy to hear that. Yes, beautiful. Well, thank you all for coming. And if anybody wants to reach out to me, I'm really easy to find on Facebook. There's only one other person with my name. So please reach out to me if you guys have any questions or just want to chat. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you, Leigh. We want to say congratulations. Congratulations. You did an amazing job teaching your first full NeuroSomatic Flow class. And we just really want to, just emphasize that thank you to Mina and Ray and Carmela and Yuta and all of our other trainees to come and show up and support. This was really great. We're going to have a recording of this, and we'll have Leigh's some more information about Leigh with that recording, so you can find her that way as well. And
yeah, so Leigh, just stay on for a couple of minutes while everyone drops off. So again, just thank you, everyone. It was a really great class. So thanks again for coming.
Oh, and one more thing, actually,
please come to more classes.
Yeah. Come to more classes.
A lot more
because
classes
everyone
too.
Everyone's
different.
Actually, Leia's about to teach the next class. She's here up in the right top corner here, and she's about to teach another class in about 20 minutes.
Yep.
So if you're on the West Coast, you have some extra time, and everyone has a very unique and beautifully unique flavor and so many gifts to bring. And so thank you so much. Hope to see you again in one of the future classes.
So if you are coming to Leigh's class, we'll ask you if you would just drop off and then join again when her time is. if you would please. So again, thank you so much. And then Leigh, just stay on. Thank you guys.